is generated through my website form and automatically the leads data is kept as a record in my Google Sheets. Yes, that is possible. First of all, let me show you how this works in real time, okay? So over here, this is the form that I've created. This is the website that I have. Now let us do the form submission through my website. It is asking for the full name. Let's suppose for the full name, I'm going to write it as testcustomer04. For the email address over here, let's suppose I'm going to write it as test04@pabblytunes.com, okay? After that, it is asking for my phone number, for which I'm going to enter a dummy mobile number right over here. After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on this submit button. It says, thank you, your form submission is done. If I'm going to open my Google Sheets, you can see automatically the record of this form submission is successfully created. The name is testcustomer04, email is test04@pabblytunes.com with the same phone number. So this is how this automation will work in real time, and in this video, I will tell you how you can also build this connection without need of any coding and programming skills using Pabbly Connect. So let's dive into the tutorial, okay? On a new tab, browse the website of Pabbly Connect, that is www.pabbly.com/connect. As I'm going to browse the website, Pabbly Connect's landing page is going to appear. Over here, before we start creating this automation, I want to let you know about Pabbly Community, which is an exclusive space where you can find real-time updates on Pabbly. Over here, you can get help not just from our team members but also the fellow users. In this space, you can ask your questions and doubts, share your feedbacks, and find amazing automation tips for your business. So go ahead and join our Pabbly community today. For that, you will find the link of our community in the description section below. Now let us create this amazing automation through Pabbly Connect. On the landing page, you will find two options. One over here is sign in, other one is sign up for free. If you're an existing user, that means you have a valid Pabbly account, you can sign in from here. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month to get started. As I'm already a user, I'm going to directly sign into my Pabbly Connect account from here. Then you will see the All Pabbly Apps section in front of you, where you can see all the applications that Pabbly provides. As I want to use Pabbly Connect, I'm going to click on this Access Now button right over here. And then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. To create a new automation, we have to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button. If you want your workflow to be more modern, faster and flexible, you can select the new beta method version from here. But if you want your workflow to have more stable and familiar approach, you can select the old classic method. I'm going to create this workflow using the new beta method, and firstly I have to name my workflow. So for the name of my workflow over here, I'm going to give it as capture website form data and store leads in Google Sheets. For the folder, I'm going to select the workflows folder. If you want to categorize the different workflows according to different categories, you can create the folders in this manner in your Pabbly Connect account as well from this plus button. I'm going to create this workflow from this create button, and a workflow automatically is going to be created. And firstly, we have to set up our trigger in this workflow. Inside Pabbly Connect, there are two major steps. One is trigger, other one is action. Trigger gives the commands and action follows them simultaneously. That is why there is only one trigger in Pabbly Connect but multiple action steps. Okay, we are going to set up a trigger step from here, and for the trigger application, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select over here as Webhook by Pabbly. Using Webhook by Pabbly, we can build a connection between an application that is not integrated with Pabbly Connect with the help of this simple webhook URL that we are going to receive in this trigger. Using this, we can build a connection between Pabbly Connect and the application if it is not integrated. Okay, for the trigger event, I'm going to select catch webhook preferred, okay, and click on this connect button. Now this is the URL using which we are going to build the connection between our website form and Pabbly Connect. This is a unique webhook URL that acts as a bridge. Okay, so I'm going to copy this URL from here. Now over here, this is my website. Now I have a code for this website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the code I have for this website on my notepad, and I will show you where you have to enter this webhook URL. Okay, so I'm going to open my notepad from here. So this is the code for my website that I've created. You can see right over here. Below this form that I have this option that is send to webhook. Okay, now over here in send to webhook, I have this field right over here where where I have already entered a test URL. Now in place of this URL field that is shown right over here on the screen, you can see on my notepad, we have to enter the webhook URL that we received from Webhook by Pabbly. So I am going to paste the webhook URL that I have received through Webhook by Pabbly right over here. Now what I am going to do is I am going to save this from here. I am going to click on the save button and I will save this code right here, and the changes are going to be saved. And as now I've saved this code, now I'm going to open my website again. Okay, so let me open the website again. So this is the website. Okay, and now as we have added the URL, you have to add the URL like this as well. I have just added through Notepad. If you have different application through which you maintain your website, you can add the URL in the similar manner. Okay, now this is the form. Now let us do the test form submission again. For the name over here, I'm going to write it as best customer. For the email over here, I'm going to write it as best@pabblytudes.com. For the phone number, I'm going to enter a dummy mobile number right over here, okay? After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on this submit button right here. Now, as I've clicked on this submit button, I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down, and I'll wait over here for a few seconds for the response to be captured. And within few seconds, you can see the response is captured over here in my trigger. This was the phone number, name was best customer, email is best@pabblytudes.com. So as now the response has been captured over here from my website form, this means my website form is successfully connected to Pabbly Connect through Webhook by Pabbly. As now this connection is successfully done, now what I want is I want to send the data into my Google Sheets. Okay, I will add the data over here in my Google Sheets. For that, simply I'm going to add an action step in which my action application I'm going to select over here as Google Sheets. And for my action event, I'm going to select over here as add new row, and then I'm going to click on this connect button. This window is going to appear, on which click on add new connection, then click on this sign in with Google button right over here. Okay. Now it is asking for me to choose an account. Through which account should I continue this connection? This is the account. I'm going to select it. Then it is asking for the permission for the account, for which I'm going to click on this allow button, as this is a safe process and my data is completely safe with Pabbly Connect. And as I've done that, you can see the connection is created. Firstly, we need to select the spreadsheet. I have created a spreadsheet in the name of leads details. So for the spreadsheet, I'm going to select over here as leads details. Sheet is only one sheet, that is sheet 1. So I'm going to select over here as sheet 1. Then it is asking for the name, email and the phone number. Now for the data of these fields, I'm going to map the data. First of all, let me tell you what are these fields. These are the headers that you will create. If you will create another header according to your website form, all the headers will be mentioned over here in this similar manner. Okay. Now I will be mapping the data in these fields. Now what is mapping? Mapping is inserting data from the previous step. Okay. Now as soon as you go to click on any of these fields, the previous step is going to appear. Click on it. The response that is captured in our previous step is here. It is asking for my leads name, and this is the leads name. So I'm going to select the data of my leads name from my previous response. Now as I've selected this data from my previous response, this data right over here has been mapped. And as I've mapped this data, the data has now become dynamic. That means now whenever a new response is captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. If you're going to manually type in the data right over here, like the name of your lead, the data will be static. It will not change and it will remain the same. Okay, that is why we have mapped the data. For the email address, I'm going to map the data of the email address, and for the phone number, I will map the data of the phone number. After filling in all the details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request button, and we have received a positive response. And in my Google Sheets, the record is also been created. Okay. So now as the record is automatically created, this means the connection between our website form and Google Sheets is now been successfully created. Now for the last time for all of you, I will show how this automation will work in real time again, okay? So that you know that this workflow is successfully working. This is the website, you can see right over here. This is the form over here. I will write the name. For the name over here, let's suppose I'm going to write it as testing, okay? For the email over here, I'm going to write it as testlead@pabblytudes.com, and for the phone number, I'm going to enter a dummy mobile number right over here. After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on this submit now button. It says thank you for submitting the form. If I'm going to open my Google Sheets, you can see the record has also been successfully created. Name is testing, email is testlead@pabblytudes.com with the phone number. Okay. So now as the record is created, this is how you build the connection between your website form and Google Sheet, and see how simple it was. So now you can also connect your website form with any of the applications using Pabbly Connect, and this is how simple it was, okay? Now over here, if you find any of the doubts while I was creating this video, you can ask us any of the doubts in the comment section below and we will reply to you as soon as possible. If you have any ideas regarding creating any videos, you can send us all the ideas through comments below, okay? And if you want to use this workflow for your business as well, you will find the link of this workflow in the description section below and use this workflow for your business. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask us queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel and hit the like button down there.